Hello everyone, I'm Shadax, and I will be speedrunning Touhouvania 2 today. Uh, it's a pretty intense game, so Nitro here will be doing most of the commentary. I might say a few things here and there, but yeah. So a quick note before I start. So this game is it's rather known as Touhouvania 2 by the community, but its actual name is Komajo Densetsu 2. And recently there has been a remaster on Steam called Komajo Remilia 2. Right now I'm playing Komajo Densetsu 2, the original release. There are not many differences between the Steam version and this one, but yeah, just a quick note. So yeah, I'm good to go. I will give a quick countdown. 3, 2, 1, start.
Alright, so this is, as we previously mentioned, Touhouvania 2. We're gonna go right into stage 1. And you'll immediately see that the movement in this game is very much inspired from, rather the main character Sakuya here is very much inspired from Alucard from the Symphony of the Night, or like the Metroidvania games. You're gonna see a lot of these backdashes all throughout the run. He's chaining them into drop kicks or backflips to get around. This is being played on hard mode, so the enemies do deal increased damage, they have extra health, and it's overall just a really difficult experience on this mode. So we're going to be trying to take a lot of damage boost whenever possible, along with these backdashes to get through the stages as best as we can. We're coming up on the first boss here, which is Alice. Shadax is basically going to be fighting her by spamming a lot of short hops and slashes. Whenever you land from a short hop, you actually get to cancel the slashes animation, which means that you can get the slashes out slightly sooner than normal. So that was a really nice fight. And yeah, so that's the end of the first stage. Coming up on the second stage, we're going to have unlocked our first sub-weapon, which is going to be mailing. He's going to be selecting it here before we head into the stage. It's not really going to be used in the stage itself, more just on the boss fight, but stage 2 here is going to be featuring even more damage boosts than the first stage, just to get around as quickly as possible. Right, there's a really nice corridor with a lot of backdashes. So he's going to be just climbing these stairs, trying to take damage boosts that are going to deal as little damage as possible so that we don't have to take any deaths. And overall, like, I would say that this Touhouvania game, in terms of all of them, is a very well-made one. I mean, there's like professional voice actors, the music is really, really good. And overall, the production is just really nice. We really recommend you play this if you like Touhou. Castlevania games. Even if you don't like them, you should still play this game since it's on Steam as well. But you notice here he's taking a lot of damage boosts up these stairs. That is totally fine. We're not really at risk of dying because on this very next screen he's going to be just slashing this corner to get some meat, heal right back up to full. This area here can be a bit tricky since the spikes are an instant kill. There's more gap between the platforms on hard mode especially. But we're just going to be heading through here. We're on our way to the boss of this level as well, which is going to be Chen. And we're going to be seeing some usage of the sub-weapon that we got from the last stage, which is mailing. It's pretty much like a reference or a reskin version of the throwing axe in Castlevania. So he's going to be just starting out with some short hop slashes like last time. And once Chen starts flying a bit higher, that's when we're going to be throwing out mailing. Now the weapon is a bit complicated in the sense that, nice fight as well, really good. But like I was going to say, the weapon is a little bit complicated because it pretty much deals damage on every frame it's connected with the enemy or boss in this case. So he wants to position it such that it hits her like on the way up and down again for maximum damage output. So you saw there he actually took the stopwatch as well as mailing. Again, mailing is going to be more for the boss fight, but he's going to be using the stopwatch, which is going to slow time right here for about 4 seconds, just to get through these screens a little bit easier. Yeah, this stage is going to be featuring a lot of heart farming. The hearts are the number you see in the top left, and it's basically the currency we have to spend to use the sub-weapons. So it's really important that he collects enough throughout the level to have enough to have a really clean boss fight towards the end. There's going to be these kind of blue big skeleton enemies coming up on this screen here, and those are going to drop a ton of them, so really want to make sure we can collect all of those whenever possible. Right now, we are coming up on a bit of a slower section with like a boat ride as well, so if you have any messages, this could maybe be a good time for one. But I mean, otherwise here it's very dangerous doing all of these backdashes throughout the level, because he does have to turn around to actually do the backdashes themselves, meaning that, you know, if you just miss that one turnaround input, it's very easy to like backdash the wrong way and get put into a really bad situation. Gonna let him focus for a bit here.
Coffee boat.
Okay. So he wanted to kill those enemies to get some more hearts, but we should still have enough, I think. And he's gonna be just flying this last way of the boat ride, because frankly it's quite slow. You see the flying there's depleting the blue bar below his health up there. That's basically like a stamina gauge, you could say. So it drains when you do like flying or rapid slashes. This Yomu fight is super tough. He really wants to make sure he doesn't get slashed by her sword. And that was a really, really good fight. Nicely done. Yeah, the sword does a ton of damage, and it's very, very easy to die. That was really nice.
The upcoming stage is rather, yeah, I think it's a good time for donation.
All right then. Yeah. So, very quick one. We got $10 from Gacha Addict that says, I could have spent this money on other things instead of giving it to charity. That has gone towards our Legend of Zelda's Key Drop mode and additional SpongeBob SquarePants. We have $50 from Congo, who snags themselves a Here Comes Plum shirt, puts it towards the Lord of the Rings Evil Mode showcase, and says big thanks to everyone who's part in realizing this event. So thank you so much. Time for one more bigger one?
Yeah, sure.
We have BTFM, who has donated $100 with a very special donation for a very special runner. It says, "Happy birthday, Shadax. You are my favorite Dust Force runner style."
Thank you, BT, and thank you for the birthday gift.
And if you think you can get away without a song after this run, then you've got another thing coming, quite frankly.
Happy birthday to Shadax, and also to his keyboard that he's playing with. Actually, he told me he got this like on his birthday a couple years ago, so it's just a very special day for them both, clearly. This Marissa fight here, obviously a lot of projectiles. I mean, you can tell based on the fact that, you know, the bosses are Toho characters, there's going to be a lot of projectiles on screen at all times, but that was a really, really clean fight.
I'm very happy this fight went well, because she deals a lot of damage, and you need to have 4 mailings, so each mailing costs 25 hearts, so I need 100, and yeah, I'm happy it went well.
Alright, so this next stage is going to have something kind of interesting at the start here. He's going to be killing some enemies and be setting up for a trick we call the Big Toss from this enemy right here. Let's see if we can get it. Really nice. So yeah, I mean, he's going to be doing his best here, backdashing past these Colgate skeletons, as they call them, because they have some really nice toothpaste on their toothbrushes. Overall, on these enemies here, it's really important that he takes the damage boost on the bodies of the enemies rather than like the projectiles, because the arrows do a ton of damage, and it would like almost kill him from this health. It does so much, especially in hard mode.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's taking a lot of damage here intentionally, and he's going to be quite low, so in the upcoming room here we're actually going to be seeing the first instance of intentional death, just right here, because it's so fast to fall in the pit. Dying in this game is not really costly at all, so long as you do it like at the start of the screen, because every screen you enter like for a door is basically a checkpoint. So you just respawn. You see we have plenty of lives, so it's a really nice way to just get your health back. This elevator is going to have a bit of a skip at the end, where he's going to be trying to drop kick this dragon 6 times and do a damage boost. Nicely done. Yeah.
We are coming up very soon on the Reimu fight, which is probably one of the hardest to execute. It's pretty intense.
Yeah,
it deals a lot of damage.
Reimu does a lot of damage with her whip and the slides. Fun fact about Reimu is that she's actually the playable protagonist of the first game. You notice this is Touhouvania 2. That was a really, really nice fight. Nice job. But yes, she's essentially based on like the Belmont characters with the whip from the classic Castlevania games. So yeah, really nicely done. Now that we're in the late game here, I don't think we mentioned it, but there's like 8 stages in total. It's kind of based on like the classic Castlevania games, and that it's stage-based. But we're in stage 6 now, and this is where the game really ramps up in difficulty, I would say. There's going to be a ton of hard screens to get through. So many enemies and so much damage dealing. Once we get into this next screen here, it's going to be a lot of stuff going on, so we'll see if we can get through this nicely. Nice drop kicks on the arrows. Those spikes coming out of there are also instant kills, so he wants to be very careful. And yeah, there's so much input going into this movement that it's very, very easy to do like a misstep here, like that drop kick. But he got through it really nicely still, so that was not bad at all. We're gonna be farming some more hearts here from the toss in order to have some good ammo for the boss fight.
So for marathon safety here, I'm gonna take a death here to refill my health. Otherwise, during a run, I would just keep going, but it's a bit of a risky one. So just in case, I'll do that.
That was a really nice backdash to go through the swords.
Yeah.
And we're coming up here on the boss fight, which is Ran, and she's not really anything too special. The attacks don't do very much damage, so the only real thing I can say is that I advise you, if you're watching this from home, to turn the sound up here when it's about to kill the boss, because it's gonna make a very special sound.
I can beat her.
Yeah, keep your spacing. Nice.
Okay, we did it. I'm alive, that's what matters,
Nice
right?
job.
It was a bit of a scuffed fight, but we made it. And yeah, if you heard it, she indeed does a very great sound when she dies.
Excellent stuff. So yeah, now we're coming up on stage 7, which is basically like the last normal stage, I guess. Stage 8 is just going to be a final boss gauntlet. And we also happen, you see we've been collecting a lot of more sub-weapons, and this one right here is a really powerful one. It's Flandre's weapon. It costs 50 souls to use, but as you can see, it's like almost essentially like a screen nuke, or like within your vicinity that you can see at least. So it's really, really useful to clear out these screens, and this part is super, super tricky. Let's see if we can get through this. Nicely done.
Nice.
Yeah, that's been a pretty like killer screen to practice for sure, so really glad you got that down. But yeah, despite the fact that Flandre's weapon is so costly, it does typically, because it kills so many enemies, it actually works out in such a way that we get refunded with a lot of souls from the drops, or hearts, whatever you want to call them. So it ends up being a really nice utility in this stage. It's a shame that we only have it for this one, but I mean, it would be pretty broken if they put it in the start, I guess. His health is pretty good here, so I guess we probably won't see intentional death here.
Yeah,
we should be fine.
We'll see how it is at the end of the screen.
Yeah, because depending on how it goes, we could see like intentional death at the start of the boss fight. Again, it's really important that he has all the hearts he needs to really get a fast boss fight, otherwise it definitely can get out of hand.
Yeah, honestly, just for marathon safety, I think I will take the death, otherwise it's gonna be a bit of a...
Yeah, that red butterfly there is... it's virtually an instant kill. He's using this Reimu weapon here, which is basically like the cross from Castlevania. That was a really nice fight as well. Nice job. Thank you. And yeah, we're coming up on the final stage here already. This is a pretty good run so far. So it's going to be a 3-stage final boss. Going to be just collecting some souls beforehand.
Three boss final stage.
Yeah.
The wrong way.
Just collecting some souls here to have enough here. You saw he went with Alice's weapon, which is going to be a first here. It's kind of like the holy water from Castlevania. He's going to try baiting Remilia here to attack to the right and then back that back to the left so that he can avoid a bit of damage there. Just a few slashes there, but it should be alright. Nice. Okay, that was the first phase. Now we're coming up on Yukari, which is the second phase. She actually does not have that much HP, so she should go down fairly quickly. One thing I forgot to mention actually is that there's no RNG on these boss fights, so as long as you do the same thing every time, it's the same fight as well, which is really nice. This is the final phase right here, and it's a really tough one. There's bullets and lasers everywhere on the screen. It's really difficult to dodge. He's going to be making use of all his weapons here. Hopefully get the kill down. Sick. Nice job.
That was a very nice fight.
So time is coming up here on the fade to black. It's going to be in a couple of seconds here.
Yeah, time is coming up. Time.
Sick run, dude. Low 15. That's really, really good.
That is a very, very good time. I'm very happy with this. Yeah.
Nice work.
Nice work. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, so this was Touhouvania 2. It's a game I really like speedrunning. If you're interested in trying it out, as I said earlier, it's on Steam, called Komajo Remilia 2. And you can try it out for yourself, see if you like it. And I just want to give a few shoutouts to Quickstar and Crimidoodle, who are two runners of this game who definitely inspired me in learning it. And I also would like to give some shoutouts to Nitro for helping me commentate this run. It's a very intense run, so I'm very happy you were here to tell me commentate. So thank you very much.
No problem.
And thank you to ESA for having me, as usual.
Thank you so much, Shadax. That was an absolutely brilliant run. We do have a $10 donation from Crab, who hasn't given us a message, but has put that towards the Lord of the Rings Evil Mode Showcase. Absolutely brilliant run, Shadax. Thank you so much again for the commentary, Nitros. Chat is absolutely loving it. There's GGs all over the place. Except for one person who just says poor Chen being used as a projectile, but I mean, what can you do? I mean, half the characters are weapons.
It happens.
And I feel like one more time, I think it's very worthy. We want to wish you a very happy birthday. So
thank you very much.
I think if the audience will indulge a little sing along, can we get a quick happy birthday? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Shadax. Happy birthday to you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for running for us on your birthday.
Thank you very much, guys.
We're going to set up for our next run, which is the Halo 3 relay race. So, yeah, we're just going to set that up. We will see you guys very, very soon.